Okay, when you need to mix putty, you'll have to come over to this bench here near the sink, and you'll find this little bucket here. This has got the putty in, but it's the powder. You have to mix it yourself. So you've got lots of this powder, and it has to be mixed with water. To do this, we need something to mix it on, and we need something to mix it with. Now, quite often you might find a piece of plywood, possibly in a bin or on a bench somewhere. If not, we've got a box out in the back cutting room, and it normally has offcuts of plywood. We also need something to mix it with. I've just grabbed this little offcut from in there as well, and you can go from there. I like to get my putty out like this, very carefully, and that will be enough for a whole box just there. Alright, there's a little trick to mixing this putty, and that is to get your tap going and just back it off so it's just dribbling, and put a little bit of water and start mixing. Now the aim is to get this to about the same consistency as toothpaste. At the moment it's a little bit more water. It's very easy to put too much water on here and end up with a sloppy mess. When you do mix this up, make sure you mix it until the colour is consistent throughout the putty. That there would be ready. Okay, you can now go and use that. You can use this same stick to apply that putty onto your box where needed. Use your little piece of timber to apply that putty. Try and remove as much as you can, because any excess is going to have to be sanded off later on. If you want to, you can also use the putty up all of these little gaps that are left behind from the machining process. Not going to worry about the back of this drawer because you don't see that until you open the drawer itself. It's up to you. You can put putty in the back if you want to. The putty takes about an hour to dry. You won't be able to sand that in the lesson, so I would always do my puttying at the end of the lesson before the bell goes, just before pack up time. That way when you come in next lesson, all that putty will be dry and ready to sand off. So all we need to do is go over this carefully, sand all the putty off, sand any sharp edges off, sand any parts that are overlapping, and then we're ready to do some beautiful patterns using the pyro pen. Now when you use the pyro pen, you must make sure that you do some research. You go onto the internet, you find some decent pictures, you print them off, you can use some tracing paper or trace over the picture and it will leave an imprint in the timber. Draw your drawings on the timber with a pencil. I don't want to see anyone using the pyro pen, the wood burner, on blank timber. You must have drawn your pictures on first. If you're going to write names, make sure you go to Word, find some decent fonts, do your words using the program Microsoft Word, and print them off. Okay? I don't want to see any rough, scrappy handwriting. You don't do all this effort to make a beautiful pencil box and then make it look ugly by putting rough drawings on the side of it.